Hi guys, and welcome to Pyro Painting. I'm Carl, and I'm here to show you a review on Army Painter paints. Now, a little while ago, about a month ago, I got in contact with Army Painter and said, look, I want to show a bit on the channel, I want to do a little review for you. How would you feel about that? And they said, yeah, we'll send you some samples. So when they came, I was amazed, They didn't just send me, a little tiny box like this, which these sets really good if you're gonna, especially like the specialized ones. So you got the ones for like Kings of War, you got Others, you got Zombicide. All of those, they really do help because they're centered around the colors that you need. So it's a good thing to have. But they were also kind enough to send out this. Their mega paint set. Now I gotta be honest, this thing is amazing. In it, you get 50 colors. So you get 39 acrylics, so base colors. You get, I remember now, 5 metallics, 4 washes, and 2 effects. The range that you get from the basic acrylics is really good. You get a nice overall colors. There's a few things that I would have liked, but if you're buying this set just to start out with, you've got every color really you need. You can mix up a few others just to get some variations, but this is all you really need, to be honest. The washes are amazing from Army Painter. Previously I used to only use Citadel washes. Now, after using the Army Painter ones, I'm not going back to Citadel. The only reason why I'm using Citadel at the moment is simply for their colored shades. So I use the Druchii Violet. That's pretty much the only color I use, and sometimes Drakenhof Nightshade, so the purple and blue shade. As soon as I can get my hands on those washes, I will be done with Citadel, especially for their washes anyway. Their effects, I haven't had a chance to put the rust effect into effect. The glistening blood is really nice to use. If you follow the channel, you would have seen a video a couple of weeks back of a Rick tutorial for The Walking Dead All Out War. That used glistening blood on the blades, and then there was a bit on the shirt, like a stipple style, and then a bit on the knee and the floor. And after I'd varnished it and all that, obviously I'd put the gloss on it, well, the glistening blood after. You still get that nice gloss look, and it looked like fresh blood, which is really nice, and it still does to this day. So it doesn't even lose gloss over time. It's real nice. Metallics. Yes, the metallics are nice. I had one little problem with one of the metallics. I don't know if it's just the set I had or if it's that particular color in general, but Greedy Gold. The color, when I first got the box, I opened it up and it was lovely, It looked more, probably I would look at all the colors. And I left it in there until I'd finished work, about 2 days later. When I'd got back, the gold had exploded. Not so much that it spilled everything, but it spilled at least half its contents. Luckily enough, it didn't wreck anything else, but it wrecked it. I haven't got a lot of gold for now. Most of that Greedy Gold's gone now. I'd like to know your view on that. Is it something that's happened to you? Because I want to know if it's just my Greedy Gold that decided to explode in transit. So that's the metallics done. That's the washes, the base colors. There's the whole idea of this set, for me personally, how I see it, is for a beginner painter. And for a beginner painter to pick this set up, which I think is just under the £100 mark in the UK, that's a good old set to start. And you get a brush. And now, this brush, it's damn good. And it takes some battering as well. This brush, at one point, I was using literally just this brush, except from dry brushing, for about 2 weeks. And my god, it's still in real good shape for what I've done to it anyway. Most of the other brushes I have, like the Citadel range I have, it frayed in seconds, the crap I put it through. So that's another big plus for this box, and another big plus for Army Painter, because of that regiment brush. I want to try their other brushes now, because that brush is gorgeous to use. Absolutely lovely. The thick handled, like the triangular hold, that is brilliant. And I've got bigger hands. So that kind of hard grip I can put onto it, and I'm not fear of breaking it, is real nice. The style of Army Painter, if you're not familiar with it, is dropper bottles. So what I mean by dropper bottles, you get the little dropper bottles, and these are nice compared to the Citadel, which is still the pots. I think obviously you've still got P3 that is still doing the line and stuff like that, and old, coked out arms and stuff. But in dropper bottle formation, it's nice, and the storage can be really good as well. You get a nice little rack, and it looks lovely. Absolutely looks lovely. I do have one or two qualms. A few niggly things that kind of annoy me, and I know it's something that a lot of people think of Army Painter, like this, some of the problems that have occurred with them. Before I get onto that though, this set I really do think is worthwhile for everyone to pick up. It honestly is. And I've got a little bit of news. So if you're looking to pick this set up, I actually have an affiliate link for one of the website, so Goblin Games. I'll leave a link in the description below. But you could pop over there if you do want to pick one up. Follow the affiliate link and you'll help me. No extra charge to you, but it helps me enough, plowing it back into the channel, helps me grow. Okay? Now got all that boring crap out of the way. The cons of this, so the bad sides. The one that I've had a little bit of trouble with is browns. Not specifically that they're crap or they just don't work, is they have a different way, in my view, of working to the rest of the colours. So I use predominantly a wet palette. All the time I use a wet palette. I've put this brown down on this wet palette, left it there for a couple of minutes, gone to use it like any other colour. I've done everything the same way, got to use it, and it's the same consistency as a glaze. Like, it thins down too much. And I thought, oh, it's just that colour, because I first started out with Monster Brown. So I thought, okay, I'll try Leather Brown. Possibly it's just that colour or that bottle. Did the same, okay? I'll try Oak Brown, I'll try all the browns. All had the same effect. It all had this weird way of going, like breaking down really quickly. I find that those browns work better on a dry palette instead of wet. So it's easier just to add that little tiny bit of water, because you don't need a lot with this stuff. To be honest, Army Painter, you don't even need to add water if you don't want to. If you wish not to add any, you don't need to. They're quite thin consistency, they're real nice. But if you're one of these people that likes to water their paints all the time, even if they don't need them, the browns you need to go a little bit lighter on, I find. You need to have a little less water into it, otherwise it does break it down a little bit too much. And that was one of the things that really nigged me, because going from using the wet palette for every one of my colours bar metallics, and now having to change it up for the browns, just didn't feel right. It was just like, why? The second, and I know it's a lot of things that Army Painter, a lot of people give stick for Army Painter, is they separate. Now, all paint will separate over time. Some paint takes a little bit longer than others. When I first got this set directly from them, I pulled it out of the box, had a look at the colours. None of them needed shaking, none of them needed agitating or any sort of form of that. They were perfectly, mixed. And I thought, crap, I've got myself a good box here now. I want, it's really good. Because previously when I first started painting, I'd got my hands on the Survivor set for Zombicide, and it had like Bay Blonde, like Denim, Wasted Fatigues and all that sort of thing. And I grabbed them out of the pot, and this, bear in mind, when I first started, I squirted it out and it was crap. It was literally just water and then like a real thick stuff. When I first started, I thought, oh crap, there's something wrong with my paints, or I've done something wrong. So I left Army Painter, and only recently I've just picked it up again. And I'm glad I did, in all honesty, from stuff I said before. But over time, I kept, this new set is separated, unfortunately. And I mean, it's always a thing, every colour is going to separate and all that sort of thing. A few of the colours I've just been able to, shake up, and they've gone back to how they were, which is quite nice. A few of them, which is unfortunate. So it's Orc Blood. I don't use it a lot, you know, but I don't know if you can really tell, like the little bit of marbleization on it, it hasn't really mixed, and I've been sat there with that colour specifically for about 5 minutes, shaking away like this, going for it, and I can't get it to mix. So now I've had to go out and buy agitators. That's not really, I don't think that's right. You shouldn't have to go out and buy agitators if it's a common known problem, you know? It should be supplied with the pot, in a sense, or it should at least inform you that you're going to need to get these stuff. But other than those problems, so the only other than brown and the bottles, on the separation, these are really good paints. There's a few colours that I've gone back to Citadel, just because in this set it hasn't gave me that, what I exactly want. So what colorizations for skins and stuff I use. So specifically is that in Citadel, not so much the Bugman's Glow, because I don't do the darker skin tones, but I use Cadian Flesh Tone, Kislev Flesh, and Ushabti Bone. That for me is usually my 3 colours for skin. Now, the 3 that I can discern as being that for Army Painter is their, I think it's Tanned Flesh? No, Barbarian Flesh, Skeleton Bone, and then Alvin Flesh. But the Alvin Flesh got a bit more of a yellow tinge, so I'm not too keen on that. I'd rather go back to the Citadel. But other than that, I would pick the Army Painters over my Citadels, my Valeos, all that stuff, because these Army Painters for some reason are just coming through perfectly, and they're consistent. They're real nice to use. They really, really are nice. So I urge you, if you are thinking about getting this set, go out, get it. Honestly, you will not be upset about it. I would say, if you're gonna get it, get some agitators. Really do get some agitators, just so that when you do get it yourself, you open it up, and if yours is separated before it even gets to you, at least you've got the stuff there just to rejuvenate it and get the paints back to normal. And if you do want to pick it up, obviously there's that Goblin Game link, you know, leave in the description, all that stuff, you know, wink wink. But I hope this video was, you know, informative to you, more of a little bit of a ranty chat about their agitating system. But yeah, I hope this was of use to you. If you liked it, please like, comment, subscribe, all that crap, you know, all the usual. And until next time, guys, see ya.